Welcome to What the Flick, where it's a zoo every day, thanks to Zookeeper. I'm Christy, and that's Alonso, and next to Alonso is the lovely and talented Grae Drake. We're very happy to have her here today from movies.com, a very cool chick who will hopefully come back. Ben is back east somewhere. Matt is on his honeymoon and preparing mentally for Comic-Con, because it requires effort.
Oh, yeah.
So here's what we're going to do with Zookeeper. We're going to play a little game we played recently with Bad Teacher, where Ben had not seen Bad Teacher, but tried to guess what it was about based on the trailer. I, sadly, have not had the pleasure of seeing Zookeeper yet. I will have to play catch up with it at some point, because we're doing it on Ebert Presents, but I'm going to guess as to what it's about, and they're going to let me know how close I am. Okay, so I think that Kevin James is sweet and kind of nebbishy and insecure. Maybe there's a woman he likes from afar, but doesn't have the guts to approach her. The talking animals give him romantic advice and provide him with some confidence, and there are lots of shit jokes and fart jokes.
You got a lot out of that trailer.
That is almost dead on.
Wow.
I'm a professional, damn it. We don't mess around here.
Griffin, we need to talk.
Oh, crud.
Okay, so how close were we?
That is pretty dead on. There
Really?
are more pee jokes than fart and shit
So it's
jokes.
tasteful.
Yeah, it's PG.
They're
It's,
okay,
you know,
Don't get
yes.
crazy. And they're tasteful. And they're also thumb jokes.
Weird.
Yes,
Weird
a lot
amount
of
of
jokes about monkeys with opposable thumbs.
So is this for little kids? Is this for parents? Who is it for?
It's definitely for little kids.
Really?
Yeah.
Like the littlest kids who would go, talking monkey.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's this weird amalgam where it's a kid movie with the talking animals, but it's also this sort of not very good rom-com about Kevin James trying to win back the girl who dumped him 5 years earlier when he had proposed to her, and not realizing that his real dream girl is lovely Rosario Dawson, who's the veterinarian at the zoo. And so it's like, do kids care about relationship comedies?
Is
And
this
then
just
do
like-
adults want to see talking animals? It's a weird mix of things.
Is this like an attempt to, like in Pixar style, appeal to everybody all at once, but they're just doing it horribly because the script is so bad?
Maybe. I couldn't even begin to guess what's going on here. I mean, really, Babe started all this. The whole, like, let's use the CG and make the animals talk. You know, they used to just give Mr. Ed, peanut butter or stick a piece of nylon in his mouth.
Back in the
or
good
whatever.
old days.
Babe,
Yeah,
though.
you know,
No, but
that's how you-
I cry in Babe. Babe is
Babe
effective.
Babe is great.
Yeah,
Don't
Babe
get me
was
wrong.
nominated for
Right.
Best Picture.
Yeah, no, I love Babe, but since then we've had to
Right.
endure a lot of this sort of like, smart mouth, animals with the SNL voices or whatever.
I was done with gerbils when they did it with the big
Oh,
hamsters.
G-Force, yeah, the guinea
Forget
pig
it.
spies.
I'm done.
So, I mean, here's the thing. I really was not looking forward to this because it's from the
Paul Blart people?
well, no, actually, it's from the Adam Sandler Fun
Happy
Factory.
Madison.
It's Happy Madison. It's directed by the guy that made like The Wedding Singer and a bunch of the other ones.
Dennis Dugan?
No, not him. The other guy.
The other guy who's Adam Sandler's other director.
The other, exactly. When Dennis Dugan has an abscess, the other guy they call. And I wound up liking it more than I thought I was gonna, mainly because Rosario Dawson is great. Love her and everything. Like, I'm a total homo, but she's just the best, I think. And Nick Nolte as the Diamondback Gorilla was surprisingly sort of moving and funny.
Really?
So charming.
Yeah?
He makes a great gorilla.
Yeah.
So this is what he's been doing all this time, is preparing to play a
Pretty
gorilla.
much. This is the culmination of
I've
the
been
Nick Nolte.
wondering.
And even the scene where they go to TGI Fridays, which is in the trailer and just looks like the most hideous piece of product placement ever, it actually is kind of funny because of what they do at Fridays, So like every so often, something would happen there where I'd be kind of charmed or whatever. But then a lot of it is just the talking animal shtick, which you've seen a million times, and then this rom-com that's not very good, and you've seen that a million times too. And so, it's the kind of movie Katherine Heigl would be in.
So is it the only plus about it that Katherine Heigl is not?
Katherine Heigl's not in it. Yes.
Woo! No,
Big
there's
points up for that.
something weird about this movie, though, for me, is that I wasn't looking forward to it at all, because I don't feel like it's for me. I feel like if I had a small child, it would be.
Right.
But I am furious at how much I like Kevin James movies.
No, he's really
every
likable.
single time, and it's the same thing, and I love them, and I love him, and I know that I'm being manipulated, but this movie starts to transcend into something so bizarre that it became funny to me, and I was just entertained from start to finish.
I like Kevin
Weird.
James.
He's likable.
Extremely. And we see something like Hitch, where you have some better writing. You can see like the best that Kevin James can do.
And this is actually a lot like Hitch, although the role of Will Smith is now being played by lemurs or whatever. Like he's getting romantic advice, from the animal kingdom.
What do you think about Why Don't You Chuck and Larry real fast?
Oh God, I hate that movie.
Okay.
Hate it, and that's a whole other story.
Okay.
You know what I thought was, what I mean about the movie being bizarre is that not only is he getting love advice from the animals, but he's actually taking it. On what planet
Right.
does
Yeah.
that seem like a good
Like
idea?
he decides, like after the wolf tells him to mark his territory, he like pees on a potted plant in the middle of a
in a
ballroom
party.
at the rehearsal dinner for his brother's wedding. It's like I'm not really seeing how this is translating
Right,
exactly.
but then the advice works, right? Does the advice work?
Some of it, but the stuff that works isn't like Animal Kingdom related. It isn't like the bears are telling him he's got to like step up and throw his head. But he's actually getting this sort of weird manipulative like insulter and then complimenter advice from the lions, which is like, well, that's advice you'd get from like some guy in a
rules.
bar,
Or the
yeah, or the
rules.
rules.
Well, I feel like
So-
that's exactly the kind of advice you would get from Sylvester Stallone in real life.
Well, if Sylvester Stallone were a lion, that's what he would tell you. Yes,
As the voice of,
granted.
and the voices were also really over the top. Like Adam Sandler was the voice of the monkey, who was also the same monkey in Hangover 2.
The chain-smoking,
interesting.
drug-running monkey? He's getting a lot of work.
Her name is Crystal.
Oh.
And
and Ken Jeong is also in this movie, who is also
right.
getting, I think, too much work.
Can
He's
Ken Jeong go
Can we
away?
miss Ken Jeong a little, and before we have to see him? I think it's like the 8th movie I've seen him in this year.
Yeah, so tell me who all the voices are. So it's Sylvester Stallone
And Cher are the
lions.
lions. John Favreau and Faison Love are the bears. Adam Sandler's the monkey. Maya Rudolph is the giraffe.
Judd Apatow is the elephant.
Judd Apatow is the elephant. Some UFC guy whose name I forget is the wolf. And somebody's the crow, but I forget who.
I don't know
Some
who the crow.
stand-up comic.
Brandon Lee. We'll just leave it at
Sure,
that.
well, there we go.
And
I like
In
that.
our hearts.
Adam Sandler sounds weirdly like Gilbert Gottfried.
He's doing a voice the whole time. Like everybody else, you can sort of go, oh, well, that's Cher. But like, yeah, Sandler's really, it's his monkey voice, I guess. I don't know.
There you
Yeah.
go. So it sounds like you guys like this better than you thought you would. So perhaps your numbers aren't going to be abysmally low.
No.
Okay.
I laughed. I couldn't.
There were a couple moments where I laughed, so I can't completely stomp on this movie.
Okay.
I'm almost ashamed.
Please
So-
tell me the number you're ashamed of. You're among friends here.
A 6.
That's really
Out of
high.
10, that's so
really
high.
high, actually.
I'm going to go 4.9, which is just under a 5, which is right in the middle. So, yeah, that's where I'm going.
Okay, wait. So 6 and 4.9.
You changed your
You
number.
changed your number. We did
Did
math.
I? Did I say
before.
5.5?
No, yeah, but that's cool because your heart went with 6, and I
So-
like the honesty of
so
that.
It's a 5.45.
5.
5, yeah, 5.
5.5,
Round up. It's 5.5.
5.6. Anyway, it's startlingly high for Zookeeper. So go check it out if you like pee jokes. Have a great weekend. Bye.
Bye.
You remember nothing. You remember nothing.
I totally think this is working.